Hello guys, welcome to Learn Overflow. In this video, we'll try to make a QR code generator using Python. So we'll make a dialog box where you can enter any website link or any text and generate a QR code accordingly. Also, we'll add a option to save that QR code to an desired location on your PC. So without wasting any time, let's get our hands dirty on coding.
So before moving on to the main topic, please subscribe to this channel and like this video. Don't forget to press the bell icon so that you get notified whenever a new video gets uploaded.
Firstly, we will start with the dialog box, design the dialog box, and then work with the handling with the QR code. Okay, so for designing the dialog box, we will use Tkinter, import Tkinter, and let us say from Tkinter import. So we'll take the Tkinter. Then for saving the dialog box, we will need that. We need to set the QR code to some desired location. For that, we need OS import OS. Then also we'll need the import pyqrcode. These are the things we will need. I don't think we don't need anything more. So if we need anything more, we'll add that accordingly. Now, next thing is define the window for the Tkinter. Window equal to this defines the window. Now we'll add a title to that window. So window we'll add a title to that. So say what QR code generator. Now we have defined our window. Next thing, let's define the whole window module. After that, we'll write some functions to generate the code, then save the code accordingly. So first thing, let's take the subject, like what the user wants to give an input. For that, let's say subject equals, we'll save it as a level of where in window, and then we'll add a text to it. Text, what text will say, enter some subject or enter subject. Enter subject. Next, after we got our subject level, we will need one more. Say when you are saving a file, we will need some save file option, like a save file name, what name they want to save the file. So let's take a file name as input. File name, I am taking the variable name as fname. File name equals, again this will be a label. I will show that enter file name. We'll take window, then title equals enter file name. Enter file name. We got our file name. The next thing is taking that input of the subject, that is what they want as a subject as an input variable, not a level, and then we'll take a name as the input. Since this is the level I defined now, and now we'll define the input area. There's a text area where they can enter. So for this thing, let's say subject equals, what will say, string variable, string var. So it will take a string variable as input. We're defining subject as like that. So this is string var, and so whenever we define subject, so say subject entry, that is the entry key. Subject entry, we're saying this entry, and in that entry we'll take firstly window, then we'll take a text variable, so text variable will be subject. In this case we are just defining this with this thing, this subject. We're taking this text variable as input. The next thing after subject, we will take that file name input. So file name input, say name equals again string var, then name entry equals, we'll say again entry of say window, then we'll take again the text variable, and now text variable is name. So this name is basically the name that is denoted here, that is highlighted here. So we're taking this name as a text variable input. Fine. After that, we have taken the inputs. Now let's add two more buttons so that we can trigger our actions, so that we can we can add a generate button, and then add a save button that will save the save our image. Then add this button. We'll take button type variable. So then button will, in button we need window, and then after window we'll add a text to it. We'll add a text to it. So this text will be, say, generate. We'll add a text generate. The button will display the generate written on it, and say we define its width as 15. The button width will be 15, and then we go on defining its command, like what will this do. So in command we will add the what we will do, generate. Now generate will, this will show us that a red button, that is unsolved reference to generate. So what will it do? We'll add a function stating what is generate. So whenever we add a function somewhere before this code, we will directly get to see that this red marking will go, since we'll add a function that will define what to do with when it gets a command generate. So this will be resolved then. Now it's unresolved. Let it be there. After we get a button, next thing we would want is a save button. This button is to generate. Next, save. Say save B for button, and then save B will also be button, and then we'll add again window to it. Then add text to it. Says save. We'll save it as PNG format. So save as PNG, and then the next thing we will do, sorry, we'll again add a width to width. We'll add a width to it. Again, we'll make it 15 as defined above here, since we don't want the below button to be wider than the above one. We want both to be the same of size. So we got generate, and then we'll add command. So in this command we'll give this, since this is save, so we'll add a save function beforehand. After that, this will be similar that we'll add a generate function and we'll add a save function. So after you got a save button, and so then add some image label, that is a label given to it, so that we can add a label to our image, that is the image that is been shown. And for that, let's add it after this button. It won't matter whether we add it after this button or after the save button, but it's better, since that will be more organized to see. Image, say label, image label. For image label, we'll add label to it, and then in the label we'll simply add window, so that it says that okay, it got an image label. After that, we'll add a sub label stating that text to it. The sub label will be sub level, and here we'll again add level of the window. So in the label we took window, and we'll add a text, that is a text that will be shown below the image. So we'll add text as only null characters, and I will add it in a function other. So that's the main thing, and then we'll run the GUI, the graphical user interface, on a loop. So window dot main loop, window dot main loop. So this will go on generating the loop again and again. So this is the things that you need. Next, we'll arrange them in order so that they don't mix up with one another. So for that, we'll need that sub, that this was our sub. So sub will add a grid to it so that it don't mix out. Sub.grid. So in that grid we will add say row and column number. So this will be on the leftmost hand. So we'll add it to row as 0 and column as say 0. So this will be at the 0 0 position. Next, so this is the whole thing we need now. We'll add this after every, so fname dot grid. Now we'll see what's the problem. Unresolved reference. Oh, sorry. Grid. Now we'll add this to a lower row. This will be the sub level will be at a higher row, and then this will be a lower row. So row count equals 1. Next we got this subject, and then subject will be so sub entry dot this. We got sub entry, and will be, this is subject entry will be by the side of that our sub label, the label named sub. So we'll add this to 0 1, since this is at 0 0 and this will be 0 1, so this will be on the side of sub level. So, and similarly after the name we will add name entry, then name entry will be at, look, this is at 1 0, and this will be at, so 1 1, that is this name entry will be by the side of this fname. Cool. Then next thing we'll need is that button. After button, after we have fixed this button, So let's add this also to it, adding this to the grid. uh, After we add this to grid, then in grid we will put it as say 03. We're just keeping a space with the uh, subject and uh, f name, so that this will not be there side by side. It will keep a little spaces where we're keeping it a column 3. And we also add this same b level, sub b dot greet row this. So for this will be 1 3, since b will be by the side of f name and f name is at row 1 and the column will be 3, so it comes just below the button. The next thing comes is the image and image level and this sub level. For this image level, we are adding a level to that image. So let it be on the third row, that is the image level will display our image actually. So let it be on the third row, image level. So image level dot greet, and the row count will be say 2, since row count started from 0. So 0 1 2 comes out to the third row. And then for this purpose we will add a column, since if we give it 2 0, it will be on the left towards and the leftmost of the third row. So we'll add it the middle, and we can see we have 3 rows and 3 columns. So in that case we'll add column equals to 1, so that it comes out to be in the middle. And then we'll add a this is subject for level for that image. After that image is produced, that is the keyword that is generated, so we'll add a subject. So what we'll do here, we'll add again sublevel dot greet row the row this. So we'll have, what we'll do here, we'll put this on a higher level, that is 3 and then 1, so that we got this. So here we got our whole description. Now let's define our functions. The functions we have here is generate and then save. For that purpose, say def generate, and we got our generate declared. Now see, it resolves the issues over here. It don't say it can resolve generate. It resolves the issue for this case. So def generate, in this generate, let's find out that the subject that is entered is a valid one, that is it's not a blank one. So first we'll check for that. If length of subject, what is subject written here, subject is in subject dot get, we're getting the subject value. If this is not equals 0, so if length equals 0, that is there is no file name entered, that is it's a blank space. So we're checking that if length of that subject that we received is not 0, then we are doing out our work. So for this work we need, we'll first take the keyword. So we'll take a keyword equals which converting it to pyqr, pyqrcode dot create. So what will it do? It will create the keyword code for the subject will give there. So dot create, in that create we will add the subject dot get. So this will add the subject that we have entered in our Tkinter. Tkinter, for what subject we have entered, it will simply add it to our it will convert it to the QR code. So we got our QR code, and then we need to convert it into a bit image, so that we can photo, I'm naming it as photo, since we have used image as many places, I guess. We have used image level here, so okay, I'm naming it as photo. Then photo, it will be something like bit image of, we'll add the data as say qr dot we'll take the xbmp. So xbm of we'll take the scale of say 8, that's my favorite, xbm of scale 8. So it converts the image to this photo, our py keyword is generated here. Fine. Next thing we need to do is write an else function in case you didn't enter the length, that is the length of the subject is 0, that is there is no subject entered. So we'll put an else case and we'll print out in the message box that message box dot show info, that will be print out an info message and saying there is some unresolved reference, I think. Okay, I'll fix it. First, let me finish this out. So, in case there is no subject, so ask the user to enter some subject. Please so this is giving us unresolved reference. Okay, for this purpose, I think this should compile, but okay, let it be here. I'll resolve it soon. After we declare the subject here, we need to say do something to show the code. And to do something to show the code, for showing the code, we'll need, let's make a function. Say code is not declared. Wait, we need to put this in try block since we need to put this in try block since if the message is if the subject is null, then it will give out some error in producing the show code. So let's put this in try block so that it don't stop the program running. And after this show code, we'll put except case. Except will be simple. We'll simply say pass, so that it don't end out our program and come out of this program. So it will go on continuing. And then after we got the generate, let's resolve this show code. Def show code. We got this, and in this show code, okay, we need something more here, I think. So firstly, we'll add that image label that we declared. Image label will be image label dot config. We will configure the image label as image equals, okay, we need that photo here. Okay, this is unresolved reference, so let's do something. Global, make this both the variable global, so that now see it gets reflected here. So it gets passed to the image level and it's got displayed in the image level, so that whenever it got displayed in the image level, we'll see that image in that image level that we described before, that is declared before. The next thing after image level is that sub level. We have the subject for the image. So, sub level.config will add a text. Since text is null there, so we'll add a text as a parameter here. Parameter, and in the text as parameter, we say keyword of so what's the name plus subject dot get. What it will take, it will print the statement that keyword of this subject. So directly the subject dot get will return as the name of the subject that you entered, and this will be the subject dot get after keyword the get. So again, okay, this is where I'm going. Okay, fine. Next thing that we need to resolve is this one, this save. Since save is undeclared reference, now let's declare it. So def save. This resolves the case. Def save. Now we are going to set this to any directory. So for that purpose, directory equals we'll say os dot get awt. Oops, get and with that we'll add a thing like qcodes, that is a file. What we'll do, I'll tell you. That means if we're creating this directory address so that it don't, in case that there is no folder called keyword codes generate is there, then it will add our codes to this directory keyword codes. So now we'll do that further. If not if not os.path um, exist then which path not exist directory path that we define, then we'll create this part. So os dot make directories, what will make directory. Okay. Next thing will be uh, check if the length of the name.get, that is the name you entered, is blank or not. That is the same case we checked here, that whether the subject you entered is a blank subject or not, that is there is no characters you entered or not. So here we also need to check whether the file name that you are entering, whether you have entered or missed out entering that file name. This will be we'll check that case. So for checking that, let's put this in a try block. And it's the case that if we're putting this in a try block is the main case, because in case anyone press the save button before generating the keyword, so in case before you generating the keyword you're putting pressing the save button, it will simply destroy the program, or it will come out of the program with a run case of the code of 1. So it's better to stop it beforehand within try block and handle that case so that it don't breaks the program, doesn't breaks our UI and you don't stop working. So let's put it in try block. Try if length of name.get named, oh okay, wait, name.get, if name.get not equals 0, then we'll find out the png of the file. We'll find a qr png. So qr dot png, we'll find a png of the file, and it says the first thing we need to add is the where's path. Where's dot path dot join. Where's path dot join, what will join here, the directory name. After the directory we'll add this name, name dot get, and then we'll add a png to it. So plus png, not png, it will be dot png, because the user will only enter that name.get. So only the name, say if they're naming qr as something abc, so they will write abc, and we will convert the file name, the saved file name, as abc.png, so that it opens up in a png format. So we got name.get plus png, and we'll scale it as we need a scale for that. So scale will be 8, and we got our name created. Okay, we need to check out one more thing. Else, if the name is blank, in case your name is blank, then message box, what is it? We'll type this. Equals, sorry, message box dot show info. Message box dot show info will give us the file name. Say we say please uh, file name, please enter a file name will be shown in our message box. The next thing is we need to write this exit case. So if someone press this the save button without entering the if someone press the save button without entering the say file name or without generating the QR before, so we'll put this in try, and now we'll figure that out. Message box dot show info will give us what? Give us simple things. Will state them that generate the QR code first. This will be a message that will pop out to our user. Now, okay, this is second side. Message box is unresolved. So I don't think message box is unresolved. It will put out some error. But okay, let's fix this. From import message box. Good, this is resolved. But since we have done the statement that import star, while runtime it will not give out an error, but somehow it's giving us an undefined reference error in while just writing the code. Good one. So let's compile this code and see what comes out. And if it runs well, I will remove this statement and run it again, since we have already declared it as star and I don't like this statement. Good one. Let's run it. So it says something. What it says? Syntax error def save. Oops, sorry. So def save is a function and we need to give a function parenthesis to it and run it again. What it says now? It is some errors. What the errors are? It says name. In fname it says some error is there. Cool. So where is our fname? We'll just give out a space so that we can figure out what's going on here. Wait, let me just space this out, and then I'll fix that. Okay, it says there is an text. Since we're fixing out a text, and yeah, I think this would run now. Wait, there is only one error, right? Yeah, okay, fine, then run it again. Oops, look, it got generated. Our keyword generator is ready now. So in this case, let's say welcome to learn here it got generated and the keyword of welcome to learn overflow. So it got generated, and here we need to give a file name and save it to check. So I'm leaving this keyword here. Pause this video and scan the keyword and check whether it gives out this whether what you get out of scanning this keyword code. This works fine. I'm going to save this too, so I'll leave that for there. But one thing that we noticed here is that the whole toolkit, that is the whole GUI framework, is not responsive. So let's make this responsive, and I'll test this once more. So before doing that, I will just remove this statement, say comment this out, and let's see what happens. So it runs or not? Yes, it runs. So there's no need of this statement. I'll just remove this statement. Message boxes get resolved while runtime, while compilation. Since we're importing start, the start means everything that comes under the Tkinter framework, the Tkinter library. So message box comes under the Tkinter library, and yeah, that's done. Now let's make it a little bit responsive. For making it responsive, say responsive, making this responsive. So let's code now. First thing, let's define our total number of rows. So total, say, we'll define the total number of rows. Say rows caps R. So rows equal to, we have 3 rows, that is the label for the subject, and then our input row, that is the input dialogues, and then the button row. So we have 3 rows, we will get total number of rows of 3, and then we get columns. Array, what? Columns, we'll take columns as also 3, since there is one column for subject, one column for name, and the third column is for displaying that image. So we got that rows and columns. And next thing we'll do is for row in range of, say, rows. So we'll get for row in range of rows +1, we'll increase the row count for purpose. So here we'll do window dot greet, we'll take reconfig. Where is this? There. Window dot reconfig, we'll say row, and then we'll say width. We'll add a width to it. Say width equals 1, and for the column purpose, we'll do the same. Say for call range of, for call in range of columns +1, in range of columns +1. Why do we get columns +1? So that we get the 3 rows as it is, and yeah, the range function actually works for less than the given range. So it don't runs up to less than equals. So this, we put it like that. Let's put it down. So then we'll get window dot again read reconfig. Okay, that's there. We'll add column column width equals 1. We'll add width equals, and this will simply make our code a responsive one. This will make a code a responsive one. So let's run this and check what happens. It gives us an error saying oops, there is an error I made, is I made the both as row config, column config. Work now. No, there is one more error. What's that? Press back mouse. Okay, window. Oops, that's a mistake. It will be wait. It's not wait, it's the weight. That is, we're giving a weightage as 1. It's not a width. Let's type that. So now I got this thing, and let's see. Look, this goes as it is. So last time you saw that it creates some extra spaces here. Now it don't create some spaces. It simply follows the thing. Look, it makes the spaces. Now, say we get again with to Overflow. Welcome to learn Overflow. Generate. Okay, it generates. Oh, so there's some problem that we're arising now. So we need to, I think we need to make it a sticky one. So let's reduce that, and in this case, let's make this create a sticky one. So we'll add sticky. We'll add sticky to it, and sticky will be n plus s plus w plus e. So what will it do? It will make this code sticky. We'll copy it and add it to all so that it works fine for everyone. adding to all, and let's run this once again. It finds out, look, now it gets sticky. So whenever we're enlarging our GUI, the buttons get enlarged, the spaces get enlarged, and everything gets enlarged. So if you're writing something here, welcome to Learn Overflow, and then if it generate, now look, it gets generated and it's within that given space. So now if we increase, decrease, that it gets sticky, and yes, I think it's working fine now. So scan this one and show me what comes out. So let me put out another link here and see https:// I just added a link here. So after I generate the link, this is the keyword that gets generated. The task is for you all, pause the video here, scan the keyword, and tell me in the comments what's the link that I added here. So it's a task for you all. Then tell me in the comments what's there in this link. Okay, this is something, some interesting link is there. I love to read your comments that what link did I actually add here. Okay, so you can test this PNG also, this work without an error. I'm not working this out in this video, but he's work this out. If you're doing it, run this out, and if you get any error, don't forget to mention that in the video, in the comment section. I'll surely reply to all of you. Thank you for watching this video, and if you get any doubts, do mention that in the comment. Thank you. The code is in GitHub. The GitHub link is in the pinned comments. Do check that out also.